So in this chapter 15 in the textbook, it spoke about informative speeches and basically how to outline yourself to be able to create a great informative speech. One of the questions for this week was, what have we ever interacted or have we ever had an informative speech spoken to us that wasn't effective? Because part of the chapter included, obviously included the reasons why an informative speech isn't being informed to the audience. So I can think of a time, this actually goes back to freshman year again. It was actually in my civics class. And I remember learning, we went over the amendments. And me personally, I'm not good at civics, so this was already a struggle. So we were all supposed to basically make presentations about whatever amendment we chose to speak about. And I remember a lot of the presentations not being very informative. I felt that they did not spend the time that they needed to make sure that they fully understood the amendment. And I feel like it was just they lacked being able to inform us about examples, or in general what the amendment does, little stuff like that. I can't exactly remember what we were supposed to include in the presentation, but I do remember that I felt that it just lacked a lot, and my presentation was as well. I'm not gonna count myself out of that, but like I said, things that I feel like that were lacked from that was we all seemed pretty much unconfident with what we were speaking on, and that made a lot of us lose interest. And that's something that I saw within the audience, my classmates, that we all kind of lost focus in whoever was presenting, because it just was that lack of confidence, that lack of knowledge, that they weren't credible. We felt that they didn't have the credibility in line. Some points of this chapter that I think are important is making sure that you can link your subject or topic to the audience's life. And when I read that, I thought that was really important, because that's a sense of you understanding the audience's perception. It gives us a sense of, okay, they understand where I'm coming from. So I think that's important. And also deciding what type of informative speech, like I said, there's various forms, and I think that's important, because you want to make sure that whatever topic or subject you choose, it's going to reflect on the type of speech that you have, that you want to make sure that it fits right. You don't want to choose a persuasive type of speech, informative speech, when you're not necessarily, of course you're persuading in general for them to understand what you're talking about, giving them knowledge, but it isn't technically, you're not persuading, you're not advertising something. So you want to make sure that you can distinguish what type of speech you'll be able to use, and like I said, being able to just attach that to the audience's lives.